Okay, am I live? Oh, I am live. Okay, I'm back for a second time today for a couple of reasons. One, because I just learned that cinnamon crunch toast bacon is a thing, which is very apropos for this continuation because as I look at this article, the article states fans have mixed reactions to the brand new bacon flavor from Hormel, which I'm not going to lie, I'm going to try it. I absolutely am going to try this. But the bottom line is this new flavor is a cinnamon crunch toast bacon. It's called Cinnadust thick cut bacon. And it's going to be by Hormel Black Label featuring cinnamon toast crunch Cinnadust. And I do love some maple bacon, so I don't know. I don't think it should really go together. Let me see if they have here's the Instagram post. I don't think they should really go together. Like, this just looks so disgustingly wrong. Looks so wrong. But I would be absolutely lying to y'all if I said I'm not going to try this. I love bacon. I love cinnamon toast crunch. I'm trying it. I am. But by being apropos with the mixed reactions, this video is a continuation of my mixed reaction from the other day when I showed my old reaction to a Mr. Beast video, and what had prompted that was all the stuff that has been coming out since Dogpack404's video. And Dogpack404 was supposed to do a third video, but had received a cease and desist from Mr. Beast Company. So it was kind of up in the air as to whether the third video was going to happen. And the third video apparently happened yesterday. And I have a commitment to doing a video every day in August. So in order to make myself feel better about consuming content rather than create it, I'm just going to react to it. Now, this is a teachable moment though, because there are certainly some negotiation factors involved in this. Now, my name's Alicia. This is Slasher Chick TV, where we like to talk about growth mindset and negotiation strategies. So you never have to choose between this or that. You can always say yes to this / that. And I know that there will be some learning moments in this particular video, but the video is titled Mr. Beast's Secret CEO. And so let's see what we can learn about negotiation from said video. And without further ado, here it is. Again, the channel is Dogpack404. And we're just going to use this learning opportunity. And also, I'm going to watch the show.
One instance of essay. I wanted to put, okay, so this video is going to focus around one instance.
All right. Okay. All right. Shoot. Okay. So this is my live reaction. I have not watched this video yet. And 33 seconds in, he just said that this video is going to focus on one instance of essay. And so I'm already expecting it to be relatively heavy. I might regret this idea of even trying to watch this live, but I'm going to try. And I might regret this. We'll see.
Of essay. I wanted to put all the essay allegations into one video, part 3, final video until Jimmy responds at least. I sort of overestimated how easy that would be as far as like getting everything approved with victims and lawyers, and like also, you know, traditional media is involved. They've been DMing me, you know, New York Times, Time Magazine, also like documentary people. I don't know. Okay, now anyone that thinks, here's the thing that I think works in his favor as far as a negotiation and the interest of being believed and not being seen as just a disgruntled former employee, which is what Mr. Beast's attorney has said in their previous cease desist letter, that essentially you got mad because you were fired or because you didn't make it past the trial and probationary period. And because of that, now you're out doing all of these defamatory things in violating your NDA. That's what the cease and desist said.
But here's the thing about cease and desist. They are not valid if it is for the commission of crimes. Like the NDA. You can't hold me to a non-disclosure agreement if you were committing crimes and I'm a whistleblower. There is legitimately a act to protect whistleblowers from any type of retaliation like this when they point out a crime. Hello, Xavier Kelly. So let's see what. So this is disturbing already.
You're like, hey, I've worked with Netflix and Hulu and Apple TV and Peacock. Are you interested? And I'm like, I don't know, but I think people should go to those more legitimate sources to get their stories out.
I wouldn't frame those as more legitimate sources right now. I would frame Dogpack404 as a more legitimate source right now than a more mainstream media outlet, because mainstream media outlets have the interest of being able to maintain advertising dollars. And so the more sanitized the content is for advertising dollars, the better that it is. So if someone were to go to like Netflix and those documentaries, like they would have to be able to prove there's some significant money available in actually exposing Mr. Beast. And it would have to be something apparently other than these something more detrimental than rigged lotteries.
So I've been referring people to other people because traditional has, more resources than I do and better legal protections than I do for sure.
Now that's a valid point. If you go to those other things, you have better legal protection because then you would have the legal protection of those entities. And he probably does not he definitely, absolutely does not have the same legal resources that something like Mr. Beast's company would
have sort of that bigger project, the original part 3.
I mean, they, for a matter of fact, have insurance that is specifically for these types of things, getting sued.
And I have a lot of other interviews and other allegations that I'm working on putting together. So I have something for when Mr. Beast responds. If his response is bad, then I can sort of point out, hey, he lied here and he deflected and straw man argument or whatever, as well as like dropping new allegations and doing it in an opportune way so that they get the most eyeballs. But yeah, I just want to say this is just around sort of one.
I don't know what's the most opportune way to get the most eyeballs, because the fact that this doesn't already have 1 million views and it's been up for 24 hours is actually surprising.
Allegation. Also, everything in this video is allegedly. This video is not monetized. It's for educational purposes only. This is
yeah, I would like to repeat that my reaction is just for educational purposes as well. This is a teaching moment about the negotiation that is involved, not only between this creator and his audience, but Mr. Beast and his audience, and then the one that's involved between this creator and Mr. Beast company. Like there's multi parties involved here, but what is at stake is between Mr. Beast and his audience. There is a negotiation there as to if what you present is actually who you are, and if your audience believes that you have lied to them, that is a breach for sure. If your audience is children and they don't have the discernment, that's a different, that's kind of also what we're talking about here.
Matters of public interest. I'll put a full disclaimer on the screen. But yeah, here's the video. Okay, today I'm going to be covering Mr. Beast's secret CEO, James Warren, and his involvement in SA and SA cover-ups, like the one including his best friend, LaKoya Hill, who also happens to be Mr. Beast's secret.
Whoa. This is not looking good at all. Okay, so all right, yeah, I watched that one. Who's LaKoya Hill? Let me go down this rabbit hole. Hold on. Whole fam. I was right. I am going to regret this.
The one including his best friend, LaKoya Hill.
Okay, pause. Let me stop this share. Okay. I want to know who LaKoya Hill is. So, like, what does he have to do? Let me see what these comments say. Okay, let me just read what he says. He says, hey, so I wasn't able to include everything I wanted in this video for a look at how that's, okay, sorry, y'all. For a multitude of reasons, and I had to scrap and restart multiple times, but keep in mind that I've had hundreds of off the record conversations, and I'm very confident that everything in this video will age well. A lot more stories will come out regarding everyone in this video. Also, I'm a one-person team, and I'm not just trying to get views. Trust me, I know the video title thumbnail could be more optimized, but that's not the point. The people who need to see this video will see it, and more will come out of it. Trust. Thanks. Yeah, as of right now, the video has 750,000 views. I think you saw from my live the other day, Mr. Beast's last video has like over 10 million views. So who knows? Let's see who LaToya Hill is, though. I'm so interested now. All right, if I search LaToya Hill in Google, the second thing that comes up is LaToya Hill, Mr. Beast. So I didn't look for that, but the algorithm says they are associated. So there's that. So let me see. What is this? LaToya Hill with Chris Aiden. Oh, okay. That's at a benefit. That doesn't serve what we're talking about. I'm just trying to find out who this LaToya Hill person is. So let me try LaToya Hill, Mr. Beast, and see. Oh, okay. All right, let me just see what this says. All right. Have to I don't know if you're like me. When I watch things like this, I got to do my own research too to go along with it to see what's available. Now, this research, though, is citing said video, so that's a little circular, but ultimately saying that LaToya Hill's the current COO. Oh. And he engaged in very inappropriate behavior as COO with a former employee. And they gave him a severance. Now, here's the thing. The fact that they gave LaToya Hill a severance might have been for their own protection. It does not actually indicate that they are in support of any of the things that LaToya Hill actually may have done or allegedly did. But the fact that multiple employees apparently are claiming that this LaToya Hill was involved in some sort of harassment at a minimum doesn't sound good. Okay. I don't know. I might not be able to get through this. We're going to try. I did not know this content was going to be so heavy when I decided to react to this.
Hill, who also happens to be Mr. Beast's secret chief operating officer, or was. And then I want to touch on the man himself, Jimmy Donaldson. Mr. Beast has very publicly and transparently been engaging in a massive cover-up, deleting a lot of evidence. And I think a lot of this cover-up is going sort of.
Now, that has been stated on multiple occasions, and that, like, when Mr. Beast did a previous interview, and I think it was with Vanity Fair, and they were bringing up his old racist tweets, and it was like things that he immediately went to delete after the interview.
Completely under the radar. We're not even aware of what's being swept under the rug, and they're getting away with hiding and deleting evidence. After I called out James Warren by name in my last video, his Instagram and Facebook got taken down, and his LinkedIn got taken down. So it's a quick profile.
Okay, now that's interesting, because initially when I watched what's her name? It's the something witness show, a channel, and she did like this whole One, she did a Jimmy Donaldson movie, and I ended up watching that whole like almost 2 hour thing. And she does such good long form documentary styles. But she had done this previous video, naming James Warren as the CEO of Mr. Beast. And I went on his LinkedIn on that day. I'm so mad that I did not screenshot it. I didn't think to screenshot it. And it did name him as CEO of Mr. Beast Media Company at the time. So it's interesting that a week later, it no longer has him associated with the company on his LinkedIn, his professional social media.
James Warren, he's Jimmy's cousin and secret CEO, and I say secret because they're not very open about that fact. Like he doesn't post about it on social media. It wasn't ever attached to his LinkedIn. He's never featured or really referenced anywhere. I heard that he's very aggressive. I've heard him referred to as a psychopath who screams at people and hits his girlfriends.
No, there was definitely something on his LinkedIn. I wish I had taken a screenshot so I could say what I saw. So for the fact that I don't have a legitimate proof, I will say that's what I allegedly saw. My memory feels like that's what I saw, but perhaps it was a hallucination.
There's allegedly domestic violence charges that were filed against him. And I say allegedly because it turns out there's a lot of people in North Carolina named James.
Okay, here's the thing. Yeah, that James Warren could be a lot of James Warrens. Like if you go look at how many of me.us, you can find out how many people in the US have the same name, particularly your name, first and last name. And James Warren, I can guarantee a common US name.
James Warren, who assault their girlfriends, I guess. So I'm still having people look into these cases, specifically that surprise witness on YouTube. She's been super helpful and like behind.
That's the name of her channel. That surprise witness. Excellent investigative reporting. She is also an attorney, so I think she knows what she can and can't say.
The scenes, just submitting freedom of information requests and just helping me out a lot in general. She's super nice, super smart. She'll be posting a lot of updates on her channel, as she has been about the Mr. Beast situation.
Mr. Beast video caused a military operation.
James Warren, also allegedly an ex-drug addict. I've heard that he offered cocaine and hookers to editors to stay late. And then the really big thing is that there was some incident between him and a female.
Fairness, it's not fair to call him out if he's an ex-drug addict. Him being an ex-drug addict does not have anything to do with him being a bad actor as an employee. I mean, in that drug addiction is a mental health issue. It should not be weaponized against him in that respect. If he's doing other acts, that's just acknowledging that, like saying he's a past drug addict isn't like, but I get that perhaps it's a thing to his state of mind.
Male colleague. That resulted in the female colleague leaving the company and receiving 3 years in severance pay. I'm still actively looking into this incident.
Okay, now that sounds intriguing because paying 3 years severance pay, that is literally saying, don't sue me without saying, don't sue me. And there were definitely agreements signed. 3 years of severance. Yeah, something. Wow. Okay. All right. I'm definitely not going to be able to react to this whole thing because this is.
So if you have information, let me know. But I've heard from multiple credible sources that this is true and this did happen. Also, I should quickly clarify that a lot of this investigation is allegedly.
Okay, we're just going to name all of this investigation as allegedly for the sake of this conversation. And unrelated, but since this is a learning opportunity, is he using Figma to build this out? Like, what is the tool? I know it's not the point.
That's sort of the nature of these instances. I have a lot of testimony, corroborating testimony. But the reason I'm publishing this is that hopefully it brings more information to light. Like after the Jake Weddle interview got posted, which was.
I do hope that's what it means. If there are really bad things happening, I hope it encourages other people to actually feel comfortable speaking out, because this is the first person that has spoken out about Mr. Beast's image not being the same thing, that Mr. Beast as a person not being the same as the brand image that he presents. And most of them have been buried. Hey, Coach Sherry.
Mostly testimony. People came out corroborating a story, and ultimately Jimmy ended up apologizing and offering him $190,000, which to me I think is most likely an admission of guilt. You don't apologize for things that you didn't do.
Okay, again, that's his opinion. That is not necessarily an admission of guilt, and I don't think you can say that. Definitely the 3 year severance package is an indicator of something. And it would look like giving that 190,000 is an indicator of some sort of accepted liability, but you can't definitively say that it is. Now, again, this young man has said already everything in this video is alleged. But Coach Harry, he's like the biggest YouTuber that exists. I believe, hold on, I'm going to tell you, because he's been doing this for quite some time. And I want to say he has 312 million subscribers on his main channel. Now, on his second channel, Mr. Beast Philanthropy, which is his alleged philanthropy channel, that channel has 26 million viewers, 26 million subscribers. So his main channel has 312 million subscribers. His second channel has 26 million subscribers. And this being the third video that this former employee has put out about Mr. Beast and his company. The first couple of videos alleged things that were just bad business practices, and maybe potentially illegal business practices nonetheless. But this is now, we've gotten into the allegations of actual harassment and assault of employees, and now it's taken a whole nother turn. Now his genre, Coach Harry, I would say, is like his kids gaming, because he really makes these like challenge videos, but they are very much they appeal mostly to children than they do adults. The majority of his audience are children. But the other thing, because of his YouTube success, and having been a early days YouTube stunt queen, and by stunt queen I mean like one of his most videos that really helped him build all of his subscribers was like, I think it was counting to 100,000 or something like that. He's actually in North Carolina. That is where he is based. And that is where, if I am correct, that is also where the company is incorporated. Which because that also matters. Okay. Let me just see. Now I want to know. Yeah, are they incorporated in North Carolina, or did they incorporate the business in another state? Let's see. Oh, okay. So Beast Holdings. Let me see where this is their trademark application. So I have to do too much. That's why I want to know, Coach Harry, because I would think that they would either incorporate in Delaware on the East Coast or maybe Nevada, but who knows? Now, the other thing that has really come up is that, and I guess this is going to be a part of the potential case, because as I mentioned, Mr. Beast's company has already sent this creator a cease and desist, claiming defamation. And it has been stated that the Amazon deal that they were already in negotiations with Mr. Beast for, or was it Amazon or Netflix? I think it was Amazon. Hold on, let me say. But he was already in negotiations for a production for his own show on Amazon. And apparently production has stopped because of these like allegations that have been, and just all of the hoopla that's been happening around him, in which like Amazon is like, hey, you're a liability at this point. We're going to have to slow this down until you clean up your mess. And all of that was before the allegations of this nature, which not only claiming that there was assault and harassment that happened in the workplace, but they are also claiming that they actively covered it up. Which takes us to a whole nother level, because if you are saying they actively covered it up and retaliated against whistleblowers, we have there's way bigger issues at hand here and what I questioned the other day with Mr. Beast being so large is, is this company now, as far as like YouTube people are alleging that YouTube is purposely suppressing some of this kind of content because it doesn't look good for YouTube either if their top creators are engaging in illegal activities and essentially utilizing their tool as a way to be able to do it. So, but like I said when I started this, I did not expect this video. I mean, I had been waiting for the third installment, but I didn't expect it to be this heavy. I definitely did not expect him to be alleging sexual assault within the first 3 seconds. Did not expect that. And so the content's a little heavier than I was prepared for. I will likely still consume this whole thing because I have mentioned, yeah, he's only like 28 years old now, I think, because he started this channel when he was a teenager and has been at it for over 10 years now, but he's very young. But here's the thing. He's not in charge of his company. So he had the sense to hire people who had more experience than him. So it's like, yeah, he's 26 years old at this point, not even 28. I gave him a couple more years. In short, his frontal lobe is not fully developed. And he had sense enough to hire people in other positions whose frontal lobe was fully developed as like CEO and COO. But it sounds like the people that he did hire as CEO and COO were still not the most morally and ethically driven, we shall say. I don't know. It's all alleged. But because I am very much interested in also the business of YouTube, the fact that there is an expose going on around the largest YouTube creator, certainly one that makes a lot of revenue for this company, I am very intrigued about what is going to happen next. And this is certainly not something that we will hear the end of. And I am surprised, like, let's see. I'm surprised this hasn't made more mainstream news yet, because if I look up Mr. Beast and I search in the news what's been the latest. Okay, well, the one thing that's happened, and this is how long ago? This is from 2 days ago. The Daily Mail did report on the fact that Mr. Beast hired the same attorney that got Alec Baldwin exonerated from that wrongful death charge on the prop on his set that led to someone's death. And that attorney is also the same attorney that Elon Musk has used in the past. And one thing is for certain, two things is for sure. Elon Musk is an absolutely horrible employer. Okay, that is absolutely certain. And so any attorney that he would hire definitely indicates to me that they're ruthless. They're ruthless. It doesn't indicate to me that they work outside of the law, but it definitely indicates to me that they are ruthless. So I don't know. I will see. This young man does have a lot to lose, I think, by doing this expose, because he definitely does not have the same kind of financial backing that Mr. Beast company has. So I know for a fact I'm not going to be able to not report on this again because it has consumed me. And again, I said I'm doing this reaction to make myself feel better about consuming content over creating it. But this is my second live stream of today in order to also achieve my video every day in August. So now I've caught up to at least that one day of the month I missed. I have a pre-recorded video that I will put up tomorrow. And then on August 31st, my last video of every day in August, I will do my last installment of Can I Monetize This YouTube Channel in 12 weeks? Because that tomorrow makes officially 12 weeks and makes day 84. So we will see what I've learned from that. I can tell you, spoiler alert, I didn't monetize it, but I have made some progress that I would love to share and share what I've learned so far along this journey. But in the meantime, If no one else has told you today, you are more than enough, and I love you. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the comments tomorrow. Have a good night. I'm still, wait, I got to make it to like 30 more seconds, though, so I'm at a full half hour, so I should probably go. Oh, well, actually, I'm not going to start that because that would be a different topic, because this Cam Newton interview also has me in chokeholds. Because Cam is letting his mask slip all over YouTube, and I am wondering how that's going to affect his channel, because I would expect that a lot of his viewers were women, and I guarantee they do not look at him the same today that they did before he met with Dr. Bryant. But that's neither here nor there for now, because that's the end of this stream. Thank you and good night.